Time is the most valuable asset that you have. It's the one that you never get back, but I'm betting you've heard that before, right? I know I have. So today I want to talk about being unstoppable with your time and your energy and what this can actually look like for you. Because this is the Your Money, Your Life podcast where ambitious women come together to have clarity, prosperity, and confidence with their money without sacrificing precious time and well-deserved fun. So let's do this. Welcome back to another episode of the Your Money, Your Life podcast. I'm your host, Aimee Cerka, and we're talking about unstoppable energy, protecting yourself and providing for you. And this was really inspired by Helen and I's interview last week. If you haven't watched it, make sure to check it out. Where she talked about at the end, she talked about energy boosters and energy drainers. A pivotal part of Money Masters Inner Circle Academy is managing our time effectively. And since we're talking about the pillars inside the program right now, this was such a great nugget to be able to dive into. I'm sure you heard about Money Masters Inner Circle Academy at the beginning of the episode. I'm so excited for this. And this concept here, I feel like is such a great one to almost kick things off with as we get ready to open the doors for the academy. So let's talk about this. Okay. So energy drainers, let's see, energy drainers. Those are the things that drain you energetically. And there can be different levels of this. Like just right now, to give you something tangible to walk away with today, let's think about something that's around the house that you need to work on and you've just been putting it off for some reason. Okay. This could be like a stack of mail piling up. This could be like a junk cabinet that's overflowing. It could be that pile of laundry that you haven't folded. Those things are draining us. When we have this pile of clutter is not the right word, but we'll have these things that pile up and it's those things that you're putting off. Like, I know I need to do this. I know I need to do this. And I don't have the time for it. I don't have the energy. Today, I want you to spend 15 minutes working on it. Okay. Just set a timer, 15 minutes on a task that you've been putting off. And we're just going to work on tackling it for 15 minutes. After that 15 minutes is up, you're probably going to find that you keep going, but we need to get into that momentum. I love the idea that Helen mentioned between sorting what you do love and what leaves you recharged or energized and what drains you. Ideally, we can eliminate and outsource that's what is draining you, or remove it altogether, depending on what the actual thing is. But if you're not in a position to do that right now, I always talk about making it a goal. Like, okay, one day I won't have to handle this anymore because I'll be able to, get rid of it. So we're going to get rid of that, almost like we're going to get rid of that mental clutter that is, holding you back, that thing that we haven't accomplished, because we feel so much better when we remove those things. There is a stress that is lifted that we don't even realize that's there. There can be clutter in your mind as well. And I think this is a really big one. And we talk all about inside the academy about, prioritizing your time and really what this actually looks like. On being able to get done. There's a lot, we all have a lot on our plates. I totally get that. But there is a difference in what you're actually accomplishing and just being busy. Okay. We're all busy, but what are you actually getting done? What are you accomplishing? Are you feeling fulfilled at the end of the day, or are you left stressed and worn out and tired? And there are times that, we're all tired, but there are things that we can do. So if you have that overwhelm showing up mentally as well, and do a brain dump. Just simply make a list don't prioritize like what things need to get done when, if this is personal or business. We've been talking about having a business, just make a list of all the things. You can do this electronic paper. We talk all about that inside the academy. Electronic, I use Trello, but for the purpose of the brain dump, it's easier and simpler, I find, just to handwrite it, write everything down, get it all out of your system so it's not stuck in your brain that you're trying to remember everything. Then you can create the system, or you can use the simple system that I've created, or if you've got another one that works, that's great too. But your system has to start somewhere. And if you are stuck feeling drained all the time from these outside forces that are pulling at you, whether that's that thing that you keep putting off, or it's all the things that are going on in your head that you need to accomplish, and you don't have a system of getting those things out and into your realm of what you're accomplishing, what you're working on, it's not going to do you any good. And you know what? I think we're going to call that a wrap for today's episode. I'm betting you can hear my dog in the background. We'll see. So if you are struggling with the productivity and like what we're actually accomplishing inside the academy, we have a whole module designated with my time management and productivity system. So you can manage your time, productivity and time management like a boss. If I can remember what we call the system, I've tried so many systems in the past and I found that they didn't work for me, especially with all the hats that I'm juggling with, business owner, mom, we homeschool as well. There are so many different great resources out there, but I had to keep tweaking them to make them work for me. And I didn't want that. Didn't want to have to create these workarounds. I wanted something that I can customize to fit what I need, that I'm not customizing me to fit to that system. So I designed a system that you can customize and create specifically to your needs, your priorities, and what you're working on. We talk all about that inside the academy, how to stay on top of your routines, how to stay on top of that mind clutter that happens with our mental to-do list. There's super, it's not even like, it's a simple strategy, but it's so crucial because we get rid of that one thing that keeps holding so many of us back. And then we end up like, crap, I forgot about that. This one simple part of this training inside the academy is game changing. So your challenge today, find your energy drainer, that one thing that you keep putting off over and over again. 15 minutes, set the timer, just 15 minutes. You want to keep going when the 15 minutes is done, that's absolutely fine. But at a minimum, work on that 15 minutes, even if it's a 15-minute brain dump. If you're looking around the house thinking like, I don't really have anything that's like stressing me out, like everything in my house is organized, I'm amazing, I'm perfect like that. I joke, but I do try and do this on a regular basis within my home. So there was a challenge that I was going through that this was our action step. And I remember reaching out to a business friend and I was like, I don't have anything in my house like to clean for the assignment today. Like I don't know what to work on, because I had created, I've utilized these systems and I'd stayed on top of everything. Now it's not always butterflies and rainbows. There are times that we catch up, get behind. The system takes care of all of that. We'll explain it inside the academy. But for now, your challenge, 15 minutes. I can do 15 minutes on my hands if you're watching on YouTube. 15 minutes, work on something that you've been putting off. And then I want to hear on Instagram how you feel after completing this. If you did the brain dump, if you cleaned the mail off the counter, whatever it might have been, put the laundry away. I want to hear about it. I want to hear how you feel now that you've removed the energy drainer from the picture. And we'll see you next week for another episode of the Your Money, Your Life podcast. Bye for now. This episode of the Your Money, Your Life podcast is brought to you by Money Masters Inner Circle Academy. I'm so freaking excited to be bringing the academy to you. So, do you struggle with overwhelm, judgment, frustration, or fear when it comes to your finances? Or do you just never have time to do the things that you know you need to? Or even know where to begin and end up in like this vicious cycle? How about when you finally get ahead and then the refrigerator breaks, or a kid gets sick, or the car needs to go to the shop, and you lose all your hard work? You're not alone. Actually, you're in the right place. Inside the Brand New Academy, we're going to start with the basics, creating a solid financial foundation for you that allows your budget to meet the 3 critical rules for growth. Then we're going to add in power ups to make sure your hard earned money goes farther. And of course, systematize the process so that you have more time to do what you love with whom you love, all stress free. When you have those tough moments where you just don't know if you're doing enough or even the right thing, you'll have weekly group coaching calls so that you can get back into momentum fast, as well as up to date, relevant training for what's going on now in the world and what's coming. And of course, we're going to do it all with simple, practical strategies that actually work in a fun manner. That's part of why we're adding in the Execution Lab, a monthly meeting where we sit down, listen to some fun music, and work on our finances. The stuff that we need to make time for, we'll do it together. And of course, I'll be there live with you if questions come up along the way. The Academy officially opens in June. So all you need to do right now to stay in the know and to be eligible for some pretty sweet bonuses is go to aimeecerka.com/academy and join the waitlist. Of course, if you missed that link, it's going to be hanging out in the show notes for you.